Right, let's get into the game. My Insanity's Reynor. The Blue Zerg player in the top location. Here we have him. And he hopes to close out the series, I'd imagine. And here we have EC visualizes Nette, the Korean yellow Terran player. He seems to favor yellow quite a bit. Maybe it's because it's so easy to see on the minimap. Probably. Okay. So this map, as we said before, you can drop from so many places. You can come from the bottom. You can actually kill all the overlords on this map, because the only place they can... Well, actually they don't have a place they can hide in. Maybe here, but if you have an overlord over here, that's not really doing you any good. So, you know, for Zerg players, in the later stages of the game, it can be a little bit difficult to keep tabs on what's happening on the map. And, you know, medevacs flying from the south, medevacs flying from the east along the third base, and then we have this highly pushable fourth base where you can burrow a lot of the widow mines over here and keep attacking forward and then retreating to the widow mines and letting them explode onto the banelings. That's a really tough one to deal with. But it can work both ways. We have backdoors that the Zergs can utilize for run-bys, and you know, the same that goes for the same that goes for medevacs goes for mutalisks as well. They can swoop in from multiple directions, multiple angles. Also, this base, you know, that's a very defendable base. Yes, you have multiple attack paths but to defend, but also you have the high ground advantage, so as long as you don't let your opponent up the ramp, you should be doing quite fine. And we have a gas before pool, so Reynor wants to get a very quick speed here, as Nette is going to scout him out. Going to see the command center being put down as well, I believe, as the Reaper does exit the Terran's base. He does see the command center, so no funny business. Only one Reaper out of the barracks. Quick transition into a reactor. No factory, however. That is interesting. Is this going to be a double Reaper follow-up? I can't really get a good read on what Nette is doing right now, but he does get a 1 kill with the Reaper. His opponent Reynor not really caring that much how many kills that Reaper gets. Real Ancestor, thank you very much for following me on Twitch. Highly appreciated, brother. Hopefully you are enjoying the casts as much as I am enjoying the games. So there's the factory. I think Nette just wanted to have a couple of Marines. And now he's going to go into Hellions. This is what he did in his game in the first TVZ that we casted today. So no reason to change that, I suppose. And Reynor is going to be getting a third base because he did pull all the drones away from his gas. So quicker third base, slower lair. That's pretty much the trade-off that you're making. No additional queens in production, funny enough. So that's gonna make creep spread a lot slower. Not a single creep tumor has been laid down, actually, so I don't know. I don't know about this. And wow, Reynor actually producing quite a lot of speedlings. He wants to... I think this is because he wants to shut down Nette's map presence hard and early. Because if he gets a drop on those Hellions, you know, he can... Oh my god, he can even deny the natural. Because there will not be a wall-off up in time. Nette has no idea. Now he sees the speedlings, but I mean, immediate reaction, nice speedling splitting from Reynor, and he is going to deny the natural from mining. Up goes the supply depot, Lynx start to jab away at the command center, and they have taken out those Hellions in the center of the map, denying all map control to the Terran player, and now Reynor is free to drone up and tech. He can resaturate that gas if he wants to. Or is he just going to... Is he just seriously going to continue with this? Oh my goodness, he breached... He breached the main base? Are you kidding me? Okay, not that much harm done. Let us take a look. Nah, 3 Hellions, 1 SCV. And our Spore Crawlers will have to go down because we don't have a lair. This is the trade-off I talked about earlier. Faster base, slower lair. And Reynor will have to build spores in order to defend versus the Banshees, if he's of the mind to do so. Yes, there is the Spore Crawler. And in the meantime, he's going to try and keep the pressure up. Yeliman13, thank you very much for following me on my Twitch channel. Highly appreciated, brother. Please have fun watching the games. And here are more Hellions, and I don't think this is enough Lings to nope, they're not gonna stand up against those Hellions. And here comes the Banshee. The Spore Crawler is in place along with 2 Queens, so this Banshee should not get too much done. But it can circle around and try to go for the 3rd base, but that is being defended as well. And with the lair on the way, we will have Overseers on the field. But combined with the ground forces, this could be tricky. And we have no army to defend on the ground for Reynor right now, so... As soon as those Queens go down... Oh my god, the Hellbat transformation! And, well... Things are not going according to plan in the land of Reynor, as he did open up with an aggressive pressure, but has to evacuate his natural base, and still does not have an answer to those Hellbats. And there's... Oh my goodness! There's no detection here in the main base. No Overseers are being moved in either, so those Banshees have the rule of the ground for the time being. And very many drones have gone down already. 18, and the count is rising. This is a holocaust of drones. Wow. Where are the Banshees? Yep. Wow, the Banshees are just having a field day here, and yeah, we have a Spire going up at the 3rd base, but that's not going to be up in time. It's 100 seconds before it finishes. Another 50 or so seconds before the Mutalisks hatch. Oh, this is almost unrecoverable. 26 drones remaining on the field versus 45 SCVs, and the count is rising. 3rd base on the way for Nette, and a 2nd factory as well. And the radar is just blipping and blinking in both bases. The lair might even go down to these 2 Hellbats. Still no answer for the Banshees. And once Reynor loses those 2 bases, he will lose at least this one. Oh, the Banshee, the Queen, the Banshee, the Queen, the Banshee, the Queen. It does go down, so... Whew! Reynor, in the very least, managed to hold on to the hatcheries, but, I mean, they're like 2 hits away from dying. Nah, that's not gonna work. At least Reynor can be joyful, if you can call it that. There's no 3rd base mining for the time being, but it is going to be up and running shortly. And Nette keeping up the pressure with a Hellbat drop. Maybe he just wants to finish off that hatchery, and he will... Boom! Or should I say splat? And he's probably going to finish off the main base as well. There are a couple of Mutalisks somewhere, but that's not going to be enough to kill those Hellbats quickly enough. Is he going to just target down the hatch? No, the medevac is probably going to fall as well. Yeah, it does, but still. Very good position here for the Terran player. How is Reynor going to come back? I mean, he can try to harass with the Mutalisks, but there are already missile turrets coming up. There's not enough Mutalisks to just one-shot turrets. With SCV repair, they're not going to go down anytime soon. And yeah, the third base is going to be a little slower to take, maybe, for Nette. He doesn't have very many ground forces, but yeah, the Thor is going to make sure the third base is going to stay up. That it's going to go up and stay up. And Reynor, well, he has, at this point in time, inferior army composition. He's got inferior economy. He's down in supply, very much so. His opponent is almost doubling him. So, I really don't know. I mean, he can try, but this is, at this point, it's a numbers game at this point. I mean, I don't think he can win. It would have to be either a colossal mistake from Nette, or Nette going AFK, or I don't know what would have to happen in order for Nette to lose this game. The run-by could be the start of something beautiful here for the blue player, but how on earth is he going to deal with this army? I have no idea. Wow. Just wow. The run-by in the main Terran base has been cleaned up, but the Thors are not going to go down. Oh, maybe they are. But at what cost? I mean, 1 Muta, 2 Mutalisks, 3 Mutalisks. Finally, the Thors get cleaned up, but here are tanks, and this time the lair is going down. If only the lair had been focus fired, it would already have been down. But yeah. And more drones are gonna die. For the swarm, they say, but I wouldn't want to die such a death in blue flames. The drone kill count is through the roof, ladies and gentlemen. 67! And Reynor, I think, is staying in this game just for the sake of staying in this game right now. Because even these run-bys are not going to do jack shit versus those versus the Terran player. And this small army can close everything out. Reynor leaves the game.